Hiya guys, and welcome to a brand new video. I'm here in the Lake District for 2 days. I'm going to be exploring as much as I can, camping for 2 days, cooking food on the barbecue and seeing where the wind takes us basically. So let's get straight into it. So this is the start of the valley that we're going to be camping in for the next few days. Quite picturesque. Hello lads. Oops, steady on. Right, so we've just done a bit of a supply run there. Got ourselves some ice, some food for the next couple of days. About another 5 miles to camp, so let's get to it. So we've got myself a campsite for the next 2 days, which I'll be there in probably about 5 or 6 minutes. And yeah, we're right by the lake as well, so it should be absolutely stunning. There's the lake to the right there. Absolutely chuffed to bits that the sun's coming out as well. Like I said earlier, the weather forecast was meant to be pretty bad, but look at this. Well, here we are. Oh, look at that. Absolutely stunning. Oh, this is champion, this. This is it. Just pulled up for the next 2 nights, and this is the view we've got. Pretty happy with this. Lakeside, well, almost. But the views are absolutely unreal up the valley. Look at this. So I have actually gotten here quite a bit later than first planned. Basically, I was meant to be here with a friend, but he had a bit of an accident yesterday and he's got concussion. So it's going to be a solo trip, but he's all right, which is the main thing. And yeah, I guess I'm just going to get settled in. It's not bad, is it? Just by the lake, and then I guess we'll head back up to camp soon and start getting the tent set up. Right, got a little 2-man blackout tent here. Let's get it set up. Once you actually get the cover on this thing, it's pitch black inside, which is quite dangerous because you can end up sleeping in for quite some time, which I've done a few times. There we go, there's home. Take it inside. As you can see, it's pretty dark in here. Well, the phone makes it look quite light, but you'll see later on. So it's a very comfortable chair, which is always what you need. Sit and enjoy the view. Right, believe it or not, that is the bed for the night. I think I've had this about 2 or 3 years, and it's been faultless, to be honest. That's it. Really robust, very wide, very comfortable. We're set up. Got the foil mat under there just to separate you from the ground a bit. Mattress, a couple of pillows, sleeping bag. I have got this little blow up pillow, but we're on a campsite, so we're having a couple of pillows instead. Bit of luxury. Looks like a wakeboarder out there as well. One of my friends actually does wakeboarding and she's actually UK national champion. There's the sailing boat again. That's a cool shot. Well, that's the tent set up. I don't think it's going to rain tonight, but if it does, I've got a tarp which I can set up, so hopefully that'll be all right. So I've got a few beers in here. A lot of you'll probably recognise that and know where it's from. So I think I'm going to chill out for a bit and just take in the view. Well, it's just gone 4 o'clock. I think it's time for a Hawkston. Cheers. Fuck me, that's good beer. Just after 4:30, so I think it's time to start firing up the barbecue and getting some food on the go. By the way, guys, I got this cooler last year and it's absolutely brilliant. It's huge, on wheels, big huge handle, nice and transportable, and keeps ice for 3 days apparently. You know, I don't think that's absolutely true, but if you're looking for a cooler, I would definitely get one of these. I think one day we'll have to go hiking along the top of these hills. But the views are pretty unreal. It's about time we got some food on the go. We have some Wagyu burgers, cheddar with black pepper, coleslaw, whacked in a brioche bun. Done. Bosh. I actually did forget to buy some butter, so we're gonna just have some American mustard as the butter, and then I'll whack a bit more of that on the top once they're done. We're cooking at 250 degrees at the minute, and these look sensational. I'll get the cheese on there in a second. The sun is literally trying to make an appearance. Oh, there it is. I'd say they're almost done. Yeah, pretty good. Right, let's get the cheese on. Probably only needs about a minute. Shut the lid. Just starting to drizzle. It's the reflection of the sun beating down on one. Right, I think these are about ready. Look at this. Right, let's dive in. God, that's nice. What more do you need? Good bit of food, a beer in this view. I know what we need. A little fire. I had a word with the campsite before when I checked in, and I'm allowed to have a little fire down here at the lake, so I'm going to let that sun drop a bit more, and then I'll be off the fire. I'm actually struggling to finish this. I think 2 of them was probably a bit greedy, but oh well. So here's a little bag of tricks, and that sun's dropping quite nicely, so let's head down to the lake. This'll do. There's a lot of geese coming this way. A few different ways of doing the fire, obviously. There's a couple of techniques I use, but I'm going to use this one solely tonight. Fire lighter, a little bit of cotton wool soaked in Vaseline, which is obviously a good igniter. That's just came off. Let's forget that happened. Get yourself a flint striker. It's as easy as that. Now again, obviously I spoke to the campsite, which gave me permission to do this. I wouldn't just do it anywhere. It's a bit naughty obviously, but that's probably as big as I'm going to have the fire anyway. Just keep putting small little pieces on like this. That's it. A couple of kayakers down here. Wow, what a view. And never has there been a more natural drinks holder. It stood up before. There we go. Just look at how clear that water is. It's stunning, isn't it? Just look at how beautiful this place is, man. It's absolutely bloody stunning. The sunlight on the hills there. And it looks like I've got a little mate just joined in as well. I won't come too close, boys. I'll end up putting you on the fire. You're quite intrigued, aren't you? I'm not going to name it Donald, don't worry. I just did. I think this is one of the nicest places I've ever been, and to be honest, I've done a lot of travelling as well. Wind's dropped and it is absolutely tranquil. Fire's still going. I tell a lie, the wind's just flown up again out of nowhere. Another mate. It's getting a bit frisky, that. Yes, mate? What? That view, man. Cracking. So is the fire. Right, boys. Oh wow, look at this. All right. Simmer down, lad. The sunset wasn't exactly everything it was cracked up to be, but it's been a brilliant afternoon. So I think I'm just gonna jump in the tent, go brush my teeth first, and maybe sit and watch a film on Netflix. And then I've got a big day tomorrow. Plenty of exploring to do. Maybe there is a bit of a sunset after all. I'll just demonstrate how dark this tent is. I'll knock this light off. So yeah, it's pretty blacked out. A little bit of light coming in there, but it's quite dangerous, this tent, because you can sleep in very easily. There's hardly any light comes in, and yeah, it's very comfortable. But I have got a long day ahead tomorrow, so I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, morning. That was a pretty rough night's sleep. Oh, it's me back more than anything. Don't sleep too well whenever I camp, solely because of me back. But yeah, I also dreamt that I woke up at 5:30 this afternoon and slept all day because of the blackout tent, but luckily it's only 8:15, so right, I think it's time to get up and use the toilet and start the day. Right, so I've had a very quick 3-minute shower and a quick banana for breakfast, because as you can see, I'm pretty keen to get out and explore today. I've got about 7 or 8 stops to make, and yeah, some amazing scenery to drive through, so let's get to it. Right, so I've parked the car up and I'm currently heading up to a waterfall. So I think I'm about halfway up. This is the view. Pretty nice. Alright, I'm gonna keep going. So this is why you get out of bed early and start the day as early as you can. I've got the whole place to myself at the minute. Not another person in sight. Oh, hang on. There. Maybe not totally alone. Pretty much deserted as well. It's about 9:30 in the morning. This trail's going to get us to the top of the waterfall here. It's a bit of a clamber up, but it's not too bad. Well, you won't want to fall down there. I wouldn't mind going out and standing on there, but it's probably a bit dangerous. That's obviously how wide this thing is. It's massive. The size of it. But nowhere near around that. I've been driving along this road about 20 minutes and I think I've stopped about 10 times already, just for stuff like this. Had a load of rock fall over here as well. Looks like a little bit of a quarry almost. I've just pulled up here at Hodge Close Quarry. The rain isn't actually too bad. It's not hammering it down, so I've just went with a rain jacket for now. But yeah, we're gonna have a walk down into here and see what there is. How good is this? Well, this is pretty cracking. Now, judging by the noises over here, I think it's still a working slate quarry. Let's have a look over this ridge and see. Yeah, there we go, there's a couple of lads down there breaking up slate. That cave looks a bit gnarly. The colours of these trees are brilliant. Now, I was trying to think of a joke to make up about this, but to be honest, I think I might get slated. This looks like it could be pretty cool. Let's not get too close to the edge. Oh my God. Look at that. So I thought this is just going to drop down to that path there. Turns out it doesn't. Wow, that is unreal. I think I might have to get the drone out, see if I can get a few shots. This is Tarn How, and it's a 1.6 mile walk all the way around the lake. It's a loop, obviously, and yeah, I've got about 6 or 7 stops to make today, so I'm going to get cracking around this because it'll take me about an hour, I think, and then we'll get on to the next one after that. Little water break. I'd say that sun is officially out. Quite a few thousand lily pads down there. I wonder if there's any fish in there, probably brown trout or something maybe. So if you guys want to come and do this walk, it says 1.6 miles, but I've crushed this in about 45 minutes. I'm not too far from the end now. The car park's about £6 for 2 hours, but if you've got your National Trust membership, it's free, I believe, which I'm yet to get, so I might have to get one of them soon. But yeah, the views obviously speak for themselves. Pretty good. There is a nice little path down into them trees there. But to be honest, I've got that many stops to make today, I don't think I'm going to bother. So, keep going, and then we're on to Cathedral Cave next. Another group of geese down here. Or is it a gaggle? I think it's a gaggle. God, the views are sick. Look at this over here. So the road up to Cathedral Cave was closed and there's not a lot of parking, so I've managed to get a space at Rydal Cave car park. I'm heading up there now. There's definitely a lot more people up here compared to where I've been this morning. It's about 2 o'clock now. So probably almost the busiest part of the afternoon. And I've got 4 hours until I've got a booking at a pub. Get some food, have a pint. So the path up's starting to get a little bit gnarly, but it's not my boot can't handle. I've done many kilometres in them. And I did Everest Base Camp in them actually, when I first broke them in back in 2022. Was it 22? Right now it's just a full-on slog up this hill. I think that's the cave at the top there. A few people sat up there. Oh wow, this thing is actually enormous. This thing is actually massive. I'd say that ceiling's about 45, 50 feet up. Quite impressive. Yeah, wow, this thing's actually enormous. That actually really is quite a beast of a cave. The overhang there is absolutely enormous as well. Pretty cool to see. Right, on to the next spot. Literally just climbed up onto the top of that cave there and fired out the drone, so cue the drone shots. Here we go. Himself, to be honest. Look at that. God, look at the wake and the water off the boat there. It's like glass. I was literally just about to start flying the drone there and I've spotted, I think it's an osprey, but I'm not sure if it's going to go for the drone or not, so I don't think it's worth the risk. So the osprey decided to fly off, so it was worth the risk. Have a look at this. As you can probably hear, I've got the tunes blasting, flying along with these views. The sun's out, what an amazing day. Ow! Just arrived at the pub, it's just around the corner, and that is the view from the garden. What a couple of days this has been. Oh, look at that. Well, I didn't have Guinness, but I've got myself a nice Cumbrian ale, and this is the view. Cheers. Oh, what a day. Got no words. Oh, wow. I've just had a really nice chat there with a guy who was sat in front of us just at this table. Two lovely dogs. One of them was a black flat coat retriever and the other one was a scarlet sort of red Labrador. Beautiful dogs. Anyway, I took a really nice photo of them because they were sat there in front of that mountain, and I've just airdropped them and had a nice little chat with them for a couple of minutes. I'll drop the photo in so you can have a look at it, but What a photo, it's actually beautiful. There we go, a lot of bit of lamb shoulder, some mash, greens, and a view. Oh, look at this. That is unbelievable. That one lone tree by itself up there. Well, that was hands down one of the best pub meals with a view that I've ever had. So I'm going to head back to camp now. Got about an hour's drive and I am absolutely knackered, so I think I'll just chill out when I get there, have a couple of ciders and sit and watch the sunset. Holy moly, the size of them sheep. All right, pal? Yeah. I've got some firewood off that tree. In fact, it's still a bit alive at the top. Just trying. Well, that was an absolute cracking 2 days. I've just made it back to camp for the night. I'm gonna set up and you know, you'll probably see what happens during the rest of the night, but that's it. I'll see you on the next one. Why? A little fire going for an hour and same method as yesterday with a flint striker. Boom, done. So fast at lighting a fire, that's ridiculous. Literally just had one of the best days. That's what it's all about, that's it. Oh, look at this. The boys are back. Back in full swing. Sorry, I haven't got any bread. I think bread's bad for you anyway. Little flamethrower here. Really starting to get the colours out of the sky now. Barely any wind whatsoever, it's almost like glass, the lake. Lovely. Right, let's have something extremely satisfying now. Oh yeah. Well, what 2 days this has been. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.